Well, good morning again, church family. It's good to be with you as always. I bring a message for all of God's children. It's been some exciting times we've been living in lately. I haven't gotten a lot of sleep. Between things to worry about and things to celebrate, teams in the playoffs, holidays, and elections, I've been staying up later and later. But the good thing about wearing a mask in church is that nobody can tell if you're yawning.
Good point.
So I've got more good news, of course, than just that. The gospel lesson for today talks about staying up late, talks about keeping your lamps lit, waiting for the Lord through the long night, uncertain when his arrival would come, but keeping the flame of faith burning. Just last week, we saw a little symbol of that in the baptism of little Brody Boyd. After service, there was a special baptism ceremony for him, and the candle was lit, keeping the faith alive at the beginning of his life, and the promise that we, as his church family, make to him to bring him up in the scriptures and in the community of love, community of grace. We will see that again as we celebrate another wonderful ceremony after this service today, when our confirmation students will confirm that faith that's burning bright within them, and the light of faith will continue as it has from their baptism till now into adolescence. I'm up here today because, well, maybe you've heard me mention in previous sermons, my parents, my grandparents, who lit that faith flame in me, kept it burning, kept it bright, kept passing on the good news of Jesus to me throughout my life so that I could bring it to you today. And then last night, I was reminded of all this as I heard a man in his 70s give a speech where he reminded us that his grandparents were important in keeping the flame of faith alive in him. Every time he would leave his grandparents' house, his grandfather would say, "Keep the faith," and his grandmother would say, even better, "Share the faith." So, young people in our audience, remember that we love you and we work so hard to keep the faith alive in you. And grandparents, parents, grandparents especially, how amazing is that the words you pass on today might be shared decades later, and that faith that you told your grandchild, they just might share with the entire world. That's good news. Amen.